Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Haz and Bly here on Simulacrum, the latter edition. These two players are very cheesy. I'm expecting a lot of cheese, and let's get right on into it. Top left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Haz. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the red Zerg player, Bly. Now, who's going to be the cheeser? Paladin coming up for Haz. A very, very early probe scout moving over. Is that a scout or is that somebody on a mission? We'll have to see. So yeah, this is going to be posted on patreon.com/FalconPaladin the week of May the 20th. Thank you so much, everybody who subscribed to me out there for at least $1 a month. And you can see this, and you can react to it, and you can comment on it, and I will see your comment and respond. And, well, we got the hatch down here at 16 supply right before the probe showed up. And he hid that drone. I think this is going to be a proxy hatch. And if you're seeing it after the week of May the 20th, welcome as well to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. I'll see it and probably respond if it's a good comment. And this is a proxy hatch. Oh, this is so very good. So the probe ooh. The probe's going for the fake-out cannon rush, but Bly sees this. He saw it was a gateway first. He's not going to respond to this pylon at all. Like, you're not going to fool him that way, but the response here is correct from Haz. He's getting a zealot. He's going to bring down like 5 or 6 probes here and try to kill this thing. Or the other option is to not send any probes down at all, in which case this is going to finish because the zealot can't kill it before it finishes. So I don't know. What is Haz's plan here? As someone who's cheesy, he knows how to deal with cheese. Almost as well as he knows how to deal cheese. You know what I mean? So yeah, see, look, Zealot, good stuff here. There you go. Like the 4 or 5, 5 or 6 generally, probes coming down to deal with this thing. And an Adept on the way here too. That's going to finish, but just barely. This is pretty well timed by Haz. Might be able to toss down an Evolution Chamber in the guts of the canceled hatch here. Here we go. This is our moment. It's gonna look. See, it's totally finishing. Okay, but there's the cancel. Yep, and there's the Evo chamber, and that's dead too. And then the drone's gonna have to escape out here and try to maybe make an extractor, but no, the Adept's just gonna kill it. Or the Zealot does. All right, so the drone decided to die there instead. Meanwhile, Proxy Stargate from Haz down to the south, and well, this is going to be interesting stuff. He's going to proxy an Oracle, would be my guess. Try to get up here a little bit faster than Bly would expect it to arrive. He's going to have queens, but will he have spores or not is the larger question right now. Double gas here in the main base for Haz. He's expanding now that he can. He has been delayed, but it's okay. Bly's only on 2 bases. And here comes a couple Adepts. So a couple Adepts here. We got a few Lings and a queen ready to rock. The tumor gets sniped, which hurts quite a bit. Oh, there's extra Lings down here. They're like, please come in. Please come in. Ooh. The Adepts finished the transfer. I don't know about this. The Adepts... Oh, the Lings didn't think they finished the transfer. The Lings were like, what? Why would you do that? And I guess the answer is you kill some stuff. You kill a drone, maybe. Oh, goes into the natural base. Haz is doing a little bit of work here with these Adepts. Juking back around. Ling... Oh, not getting surrounded by the Lings is really the biggest key here. Bunch of Lings have gone down. Zergling finds this thing. The Oracle tries to sneak in, but there's 2 queens in the main base. Yeah, you just get extra queens. He's now making a spore in the main. He's got a spore in the natural, though, so the Oracle gets rebuffed. I really don't see it accomplishing much here at all, although the Adepts are getting some work done. I mean, these guys, I thought they would be dead when they finished that transfer inside the main. But that's is that 10 kills each on those guys? I think that's 10 kills each on those guys. So what is that? Oh, hang on. 6 drones down. Good heavens. Finally, that Adept gets killed. 10 kills on that Adept. 10. And she gets out. My goodness to gracious. This has been some of the best Adept Oracle harassment I've ever seen. Told you, Haz knows how to do this stuff, even if he gets proxy hatched on the other side. So the problem here for Bly is that he's on 2 bases. Great. But so is Haz. Haz is also on 2 bases. Army supply minuscule for both players here. Worker count is actually higher for Haz. The Zerglings are going to take down this proxy Stargate, which will kind of slow down what Haz is trying to do here a little bit. But he's getting Resonating Glaives and additional gateways. I think he's just going to show up with a bunch of Resonating Glaives Adepts and try to end this thing. Here goes nothing, man. Is Bly going to be ready for this? If Resonating Glaives Adepts show up. You can hold it with Lings and Queens if you have enough Zerglings. But what you really want are Banelings, and what you really want are Roaches or Ravagers, for example. Third base coming up here from Bly. Oracle scouts that out. Can't really do anything about it. I mean, you can injure it to the point that it's easier to kill later on, but you're not actually going to kill this thing. Although it is killing it faster than it's being built, but the energy here... You know what? He is forcing the Queens to respond. God, that would have been close. No, I don't think he would have got it. He would have brought it pretty low, though, to where, like, Adepts wouldn't have been able to kill it when they came down later, which is not something that Bly wants to experience. Oracle, or rather, Overlord sees what's going on. Observer sees what's what here. Is he killing his own Evo chamber? Yeah, I think he might have built that when he's getting a drone to escape. But see what I'm talking about? Adepts showing up later and taking down that third hatch. Check it out. With a resonating glaive, their damage output is increased enough. And this has been injured enough by the Oracle that they get the third base. I think Bly is dead here. I'm looking at it. I gotta say, I don't know how Bly holds. Okay, he's got Roaches. So he's got Roaches, yes, but... So he can hold. But... The other problem here is that he's on 2 bases and doesn't have a third. So economically, I think Haz now taking a third base, which a Zergling will valiantly try to kill, but unlike the Oracle, cannot kill it, as the damage output is not enough. He's going to try to maybe force the Adepts to go home. Yeah, he sees the Roach count, and Haz is like, no, we're good. Let's go ahead and save the third. Which, I don't know if he can save the third, actually. More Lings showed up. That Nexus is down to 100 HP. Move to the far side of the Nexus. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, he saved it with like 20 HP. Dang, Haz got lucky there. Or the response was perfect. One of these two things. Whoa. That happened. Observer gets chased away. Bly is now taking the third base again. He's retaking it, but the third base for Haz is going to finish in here in just a second. Haz is up. Like, I don't know what Bly is going to be able to do that's really going to mess with what Haz is doing right now. I mean, he has to keep the Roaches at home because the Adepts are a constant threat. Can't really move those guys across the map, and he doesn't have another army available to move across the map. So what's he doing? He's getting Glee over Constitution. Speed is a good upgrade for anything that you're doing, and anything in StarCraft. Get the speed upgrade. He's oversaturated on his main and his natural base because the third base is dead, and it shouldn't be. And yeah, I mean, we've got Warp Prism, we've got Sentries, we have Immortals here. He's making some Ravagers. It used to be this was just death for the Zerg player because they didn't have Ravagers. This is back in Heart of the Swarm. Because the Immortals would sit inside the force fields and the Roaches couldn't do anything about it because their range wasn't far enough. And then Ravagers came around and that shut that down right quick. For the most part, we see it from time to time, but I haven't seen an Elite Zerg player lose to it in years at this point. So the Ravagers are going to help. There's a lot of Zealots, though, and they do have Charge. Again, the current version of Charge. Not the old version, but still. Okay, here's your engagement. Corrosive Biles landing on the force fields here right now. The third base for Haz is under attack. The Immortals taking some Corrosive Bile hits right now, though. That's never good. But when the Protoss player stutter steps forward onto a Zerg army, you know they're feeling all right. 13 kills on that Immortal, getting into the natural base. The third base is probably going to go down, but I'm not sure that Haz cares right now. He's got Archons. He's got Immortals in the mix. He's warping in another round of Zealots. And the Warp Prism dies, but just after it gets this warp in. Oh, this is such a great play. Has gained #1 here. That's happening. It is a sneaky twofer, by the way, to sneak this on ya. Yeah, I mean, that's a 9-kill Immortal. This one's got 11. Archon's got 3. I mean, both players are losing some resources, but at the end of the day, did that Zealot save this Nexus? Him and his buddies, I would guess. Huh, I really thought that would be a GG. I mean, I'm looking at it. It's 51 to 26 army supply for Haz. He's doing fine. And this is a last-ditch at. It's just those roaches are already injured, and there's 2 immortals here. It's just not going to happen. I really appreciate Bly's persistence in killing these zealots. Very nicely done. Look how injured these roaches are. They're every color. Oh, did he? He might have been the one to kill his own hatch there, like the last volley of damage. That sucks a lot. Yeah, these immortals are just like, oh, roaches, of course. 20 kill immortal. Paired up with a 12 kill immortal. GG. Game number 1 of our Sneaky Twofer is over. And, I mean, let's be honest. You clicked on this, and you were like, there's no way this is a longer macro-style game between the 2 players. And you were right. It was not. We got a proxy hatch. We got a proxy Stargate. We got Adept with resonating glaives. We got the Oracle burning down the morphing in third hatchery. And then resonating glaives Adept showing up and killing it. That is not something you see a lot. That is why I like to cast Haz versus Bly, is for insane things like that. And then Bly just going Roach Ravager and just not having enough on 2 bases versus the 2 bases of Haz. Again, third base rolling. I mean, what, 46 workers? Yeah, 46 workers on the ground here. The income definitely favoring Haz at the end of the game because obviously all of the drones were dead. 28 of them got killed. 19 probes went down. So, I mean, Bly did a good job there, but not enough. 47 roaches died. 1 immortal died. The other 2 had a grand old time. And let's move into game number 2. We'll be right back. Part 2 of the Sneaky Twofer. We find ourselves on Nightshade. Top left, Haz. Bottom right, Bly. Woohoo! Alright, this is going to be a good one. This is game 2 chronologically from the Katowice group stages. That just wrapped up. Boom. Once again, throwing down a pylon and then heading out. This probe is up to no good. It's either going to try to block the hatch or throw down a pylon and try to force Bly to respond to it. And once again, man, just Bly. Dude, are you going to go for another proxy hatch? Haz knows how to respond to this. I don't think you come out on top when the Protoss knows how to respond to this. 9. Aw, doesn't have the 300 minerals. And there's the block. That's so frustrating. Maybe that was fake, right? No, because the probe got there early. Oh, he juked it out. What the heck? Haz is like, oh, he bought it. He bought the juke back into the main base. Meanwhile, this drone's like, hey, what up? And the probe's like, I'm going to stay here today. Just in case a drone tries to show up, I can win this fight. Actually, I'm going to go right back inside the main. Just kidding. Hey, drone, if you want to throw down a hatch here, by all means, go for it. Not happening. Oh, gosh. Oh. All right. So the drone just ends up kind of scouting for reasons unknown. Haz is not taking his gas. He is worried about the potential of needing to throw down a zealot here to deal with this, but no. Oh, he gets the extractor. He gets the extractor. Pylon, pylon, cannon, cannon, because there is a forge, which I completely ignored until now. By golly, this is not looking good. These cannons are going to finish. So you cancel your natural. You throw it down somewhere else. You throw up a Roach Warren as soon as you can. Spawning pool is done. Roach Warren coming in. Double gas also part of this response. Ooh, and he does manage to sneak a proxy hatch inside Haz's main. Okay. All right, Bly. I respect this. That's the kill zone cannon, get his probe out of here so we can get to the high ground, which is part of this. Like, yes, congratulations. The cannon is denying this natural. You win. But also you want to throw up cannons here. Or maybe you don't. Like, maybe you're good with this. Maybe Bly's on one base and you're fine with it to this stage of the game. Zealot does find this proxy hatch about the same time the Zealot found the proxy hatch in game number 1. So, I mean, this is not going to come up really. Not in any sense. Zergling's cruising across the map. The roaches, or the Roach Warren is done. Is he going to make some roaches? He doesn't quite have the resources to make a bunch of them, but he made a couple. So that's fine. 3 roach is generally considered the good number there, but you know, 2 roaches is cool too. And I just don't see this working out for Bly. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. He's a 1 basing Zerg with a proxy hatch inside the Protoss space, which, if it had gone unscouted, I would have given like a 60% chance of doing some damage here to Haz. But the fact that it was scouted as early as it was, and the fact that it's going to die before this queen pops out, maybe this roach is going to finish because, you know, harder to kill the eggs because they have so much armor on them. And the reason they have armor is because it would be way too easy to sneak into a Zerg base and kill the eggs and then, like, destroy the Zerg economy. Alright, so a roach pops out. Is he going to make another one with this larva? I don't... Oh, he's going to make an overlord. It's bait is what it is. He's like, hey, check it out. I'm making another roach. Come kill it. Ah, there's a shield battery, though. The roach can't kill these because there's a shield battery. It's just like a Banshee trying to kill probes where a shield battery is healing. It's so frustrating for the Banshee and for this roach right now. So, yeah, this is not happening. I mean, you can't even kill these zealots because the shield battery is in range. Okay, goodbye. That was bad news. And look who at a Void Ray to respond to these roaches and these Ravagers. Another Void Ray is on the way. Bly's on one base. That is a GG. You're just not. No. You never bother to take a third base at all. Or even, sorry, a natural base at all. Woohoo! I mean, he's trying it now. It's a little late for that, I gotta say. He's got one queen. He's got one queen versus this Void Ray. And yes, one queen will defeat a Void Ray in straight-up engagement and straight-up combat, which is cool. Is he making another one? He's not even making another queen. He just has the one queen. So 2 Void Rays, though, definitely beat a queen. Because, you know, 2 is more than 1. Has gets supply blocked because he was actually relying on these pylons for supply back home, which is funny. His natural base is coming in. He's got a Phoenix. Oh, is he just waiting for the Phoenix to lift? He's going to try to lift once he denies the natural base here. He's going to try to lift the queen and kill it with the Void Rays, but I don't know that's entirely necessary. One basing Zerg, man. Been a long time since I've seen a one basing Zerg in this scenario. So pretty fun stuff. I mean, if you like watching Haz and Bly, hit that like button if and you enjoyed it. Yep, see, there's the lift. There's the dead queen. The Ravagers are trying to do stuff on the other side of the map, but there's a cannon and a shield battery. Which, can you kill this cannon if there's a shield battery? No, I'm not convinced you can't. I mean, you can. You do enough damage to it that you can kill it eventually. But look at the Stalkers with a shield battery. The shield battery is a little bit overworked right now, which is fair. He did depower the cannon, so the cannon's going to die. All right, all right. These Ravagers are doing, like, as much work as they can possibly Zergily do here. No, you're not going to get paid. That poor drone was like, oh, I could take my net. No, you can't take your natural at all. Did he lift? Ravager came over here. Good grief. All right, well, he's got spores up. He's going to a lair. I can't possibly think of what his idea is right now to try to go into a lair. Hey, he's got 2 queens, though. And the Phoenix isn't here. So, all right, we're going to kill the Nexus, take some damage. Oh, hang on, hang on. Bly being a little bit tricky. Trying to hang on to the hatchery here. These 2 guys. These guys are just, they're both memes, both of them. All right, so the Phoenix crews in. There's the lift. Extra Phoenix are present. That Phoenix is in range of a spore, but it doesn't really matter. Queen down and queen down. And I've advocated for many years, I feel like if you lift a unit with a Phoenix, it shouldn't disable it. Like if it's a melee unit, sure, it can't hit anything. But if you're a Hydralisk and you get lifted, you should be able to fire back at that Phoenix and kill it. If you're a queen that gets lifted, you should be able to fire at the Phoenix and kill it. You're ranged, man. It says it's a lifting. It doesn't say it disables you. It's not part of the definition. Third base here from Bly. I mean, he's really, really trying hard right now, guys. Like, really, really hard. That poor Spore. Hey, guess what? You have an armored type. Armored label there, which means you take bonus damage from prismatic alignment. And Spore down. I mean, I think this might... It's a deciding game, right? It's a best of 3. I guess we can put that up right now. It's a best of 3. Haz is up 1. Bly. Again, he's doing his best. Ooh, we got a Hydralisk den. All right, Hydras are really good against Void Rays. Like, really, really good against Void Rays, cost for cost. Ooh, this is making a mothership, though. Haz. And not as good against this many Phoenix, because like the lift and kill Hydra thing that we just mentioned previously. These Ravagers trying to do stuff. Got 2 kills on that guy, but the Stalkers are like, we're actually faster than you. For reasons. Corrosive Bile actually connecting on that Stalker, but losing a Ravager in the process. Third base goes down to these Void Rays. That's a 6-kill Void Ray and an 8-kill Void Ray. Okay, this is insane. Bly, you're done, man. If you win this thing, I'll give you $100. It's not happening. It's not. Haz is happily sitting on 2 bases, fully saturated. His income is way more than yours and has been this entire game. That Ravager gets caught out and killed. The army supply is 12 for Bly. He's trying to 1-base Hydralisk this thing. He's getting range for the Hydras. His natural base is kind of finishing and is sort of protected by some spores. But if the Stalkers show up, I mean, if this army shows up, right? He's worried about a counterattack is what he's worried about. He's worried about like 5 Ravagers showing up and just kind of burning down these pylons, and then he's in trouble. But army supplies 48-16 has. Just go kill him, in the words of Day 9. Who will actually be a guest commentator for TLS 5, I believe it is. That will be on Twitch here eventually. I forget when the date is, but you should check it out. Or maybe it's in the past, depending on when you're watching this. Maybe you can tell me how he was in the comments. Did you enjoy J9 casting StarCraft again? Alright, man. Lurker Den coming in, but I just... Do you see how this mothership does not care about your lurkers? Because it is flying. I hope you see. I hope you are aware. I mean, there are some Hydras. I get it. Their range attack is done, which is going to be useful right now. I guess 3rd base coming up from Haz. Haz, stop playing with your food. Get him. He just wanted to make a mothership. He's like, you know what I haven't made in a while is a mothership. I just realized I'm not sure the mothership has a movement sound, whereas the Phoenix totally do. Alright, well here's the recall, and pow! Giant Protoss army in your house! Yep, you're done. There are some lurkers here, I understand it. The spawning pool goes down. Did you not bring detection? I don't think Haz brought detection, you guys. I'm looking at it. It's not looking great. The lair's gonna go down. There's like a lurker. Okay, 3 more lurkers here. It's like, oh, if only I had a disruptor in this mix. The overseers are providing oversights. Losing one of his gases is really bad for Bly right now. He's just pumping Hydras. He's just pumping all of the Hydras that he can. Look at these like 4 lurkers holding off this giant Protoss army right now. Mothership trying to get some shots off. Has a lot of HP, man. Ooh, lift and kill a couple. There you go. Whittling down the Hydralisk count. Void Rays fired in here too. Queen from below trying to kill stuff, but she gets sniped off as well. And that's it. Revelation gets tossed in. Haz is your winner, 2-0 in the series. Oh, the memes. The memes are for real. And that's what we do. That's what we do, man. That was it. That was it. What an incredible display of Bly trying to be sneaky and Haz just being like, I will out-sneak you. How does that sound? And then he did. Mothership. Mothership. Income is blue except for one blip on the radar. I like the 4-minute mark. So nice job, Haz. Ends up losing a probe, 3 pylons, a Phoenix, and 2 cannons today. That's it. That is his entire units lost tab. It's 5,600 units or resources lost for Bly, 1,200 for Haz. That is just domination. Haz winning the day here today pretty convincingly. Exciting. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.